Shalom, party people. This is Jake with the 12th C. And before I get super crazy and go into what this channel is, what it's all about, I want to talk about what I'm going to be doing for the next 75 days or so. I am participating in my third round of 75 hard. My second round, I had to stop part of the way through and do a second attempt, and relatively successfully completed that. I don't think Andy Frizella would be happy with me because it wasn't 100%. This one is going to be, my best attempt at a round 3. Going to have to bear with me, and I'll explain a little bit more as to why this one is going to be a best attempt. Round 4, which will be coming up in 2023 in January. That one is going to be no holds bar. I'm going to give it everything I got. So it is October 2nd, 2022, Sunday, 8-ish in the morning at the time of this recording, and it's about 47 degrees. I just completed 3 miles, 200 push-ups, and a little bit of a walk for my first 45-minute workout in 75 hard round 3. For those of you who are wondering what 75 hard is, it is, go check out Andy Frizella, the Real AF podcast, and PG-13 as far as language is concerned, so be warned. But they explain 75 days, no alcohol, no cheat days, no compromises. 1 gallon of water with no additives. 2 45-minute workouts separated by 3 hours, so you can't do those 45-minute workouts back to back or get really creative like some people want to do, and at 11:15 at night do one workout, and then that puts them at midnight, and then they do another workout, and then I get mine. Doesn't work that way. One of those 2 workouts must be outdoors regardless of the weather. 10 pages of self-development reading. You got to pick a diet and stick to it with absolutely no cheat days on that diet. You must take 1 selfie progress photo, and this is what gets most people, believe it or not, is, oh my gosh, I forgot to take my picture, and then there's that mad dash to get it done. And if you miss any one of those items, you mess up at all, you got to start all the way over, and those 75 days start again. Today, October 2nd, is day 1 for me. And provided that I don't have to start over anything, December 15 will be the end of that 75-day cycle, and then get a little bit of a rest day in there, a couple of rest days, and move on to round 4, which is going to be truly no holds bar, no compromises, no nothing. So I guess in this case you could call this 175 medium per se. This one is to maintain fitness. So a little bit about me, a little bit about what's been going on. I was 240 pounds, and I didn't care for my weight at all. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, and I knew something needed to change, and I made a promise to myself that I would never see 250 on the scale. I hit 241, 242, and heard about 75 hard and said, you know what, that sounds good, let's do it. Started, and Andy Frizella would not have been happy because there were some compromises made. But the whole purpose of 75 hard is not to lose weight, it's to build discipline, and I was very undisciplined. There were seasons in my life when I was a disciplined person, but I had definitely let myself go, not just physically, but in a million other ways. And hit it hard, and dropped from peaking 241, 242, something like that, all the way down to, I think I had bottomed out at 190, I think. But I had put a little bit on. Some of it was probably muscle, some of it was probably just loosening up a little bit. Leveled back out at about 200. Took some time off and enjoyed that break, and it was an accomplishment. Ran a Tough Mudder. Really enjoyed that Tough Mudder. I'm gonna do more. I am definitely gonna go do some more Tough Mudders. I've enjoyed distance races, and Then did 75 hard round 2. Got a few days, couple of weeks in, whatever, and just got really sick. And the whole point of 75 hard is when you're sick, when you're in pain, when you're injured, you still push through. And you know, I listened to the wise counsel of my wife, and she told me, hey, you need to take a week to recover and then hit it hard again. And I did. Nailed it, had a lot of fun. Then finished out 75 hard round 2, attempt 2, and went from 209 at the beginning. As you can see, I put on a few pounds, and dropped down to 195-ish, give or take. I think like the last day it was right at 200. The thing about my weight, and this is, I don't know, it's probably all water, is it fluctuates depending on whether or not I have a bowel movement. There's going to be some 2 to 4 pound fluctuations, and that may be crazy for some people, that may be nothing for some people. Just throwing that out there. I plan to vlog through as much of this 75 hard as I can. Couple of caveats. My child number 2 for me is a few days late right now. She has not been born, and we're in the any second now. This recording could be interrupted by that, although probably not. Have an induction planned in the next few days, and you're just gonna have to bear with me on that. I'll try and film something when I can, but it may not get posted at any regular interval. I've been talking about doing YouTube for a hot minute, and this is my solid attempt at giving it a real go. Also figured this would be good, consistent content. The reason I named this channel the 12th C is, if anybody out there is familiar with Bear Independent and his channel, he can motivate some people, and I definitely got some real motivation coming that way. Got a swift kick in the rear to get up and get going, go out and do the things, so to speak. He has a video in a series that he does called the Prepper Classroom that is called the 12 C's of Survival. And those 12 C's, you know, each word starts with the letter C, go figure, brilliant, is a facet in how someone can maintain long-term survivability in a situation. And he didn't come up with the concept of C's of survival, but I do think he added a couple. And those 12 C's come out to cover, combustion, cordage, container, cutting tool, compass, candle, commo, casualty care, calories, combat, and then the last one, the 12th C, is conditioning. So I want that to be the purpose of this channel, conditioning. That is the only item on here that the only thing it's going to cost you is your time. You know, I don't make a ton of money. I have no intention of becoming a bazillionaire off of doing any YouTube videos. I'll be tickled pink if I can ever put money in my pocket from it. But that's not the purpose of why I'm doing this. This is mostly for me. This is mostly to get going and actually go out and do the things. My handwriting's terrible, so my journals, I have trouble reading them. I'm having trouble reading my notes while I'm looking at them right here in front of you. But the videos that I want to make are going to be me practicing with my cover, me practicing combustion, me practicing cordage, container, with my cutting tools, with my compass, my candle, my commo, my casualty care, my calories, my combat. Caveat with that, I'm not going to film any of the toys that I have other than legit training devices that are enabled inert. That's just a personal decision that I'm making. I really don't want to display what I've got. But all of those are going to center around conditioning, which is that 12th C. So there's probably going to be ruck march videos. There's probably going to be videos of me making a fire. There's probably going to be videos of, you know, me sleeping outside. Probably going to be videos of me using my cutting tool and doing things. All of these are going to be on the caveat of going and doing the things. Free 75 videos is going to be me vlogging through 75 hard. My diet is going to be real easy. I'm not going to eat anything with added sugar above 3 grams of added sugar. So that way, you know, there's certain peanut butters that's going to allow me to eat, but I'm still going to have to be careful with that. And I am not going to eat anything with fake sugar in it. Anything with, you know, dextrose, sucralose, if it sounds like gross, I'm not going to eat it. Obviously not going to drink any sodas or anything like that. I've been off sodas for a while now, even before 75 hard. I'm not really an alcohol drinker, so that one's going to be so difficult for me, but while I've had beverages in my life, it's just not something that has been the draw. It's kind of fun to be the only sober person at the party. The workouts for me are probably going to be where the real, you know, maybe this is 75 medium and not 75 hard. I am going to do one daily workout outside. And that's going to be something I'm not going to compromise on. It may not be every morning, but it's going to be every day. There will be one daily workout outside. My second workout's going to be a walk, probably. Like, I'm going to throw kid number 1 in the stroller and go for a walk. The 10 pages of reading. I'm probably gonna stick to a few books that I've read before, and I'm probably gonna stick to a few books that, you know, I've been wanting to read. Gonna probably go through former Governor Eric Greitens' book, The Heart and the Fist. I've been wanting to read that. You know, I may go back through The Subtle Art of I can't talk today. Brushed my teeth this morning and I've had problems with them ever since. Probably going to go back through The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Probably going to go back through Fearless by Eric Balaam, which is the biography of Adam Brown, the only Navy SEAL to ever make it onto Team 6 with only one functioning hand and one good eye. Incredible story, and it's a real motivator to get up and go do. May go through Resistance Operating Concept, depending on if I can get my hands on a copy of it. A few other books, and updates will come. I'll probably give book reports, because that's free content right there if I do video book reports on those. I do IBM and the Holocaust. Here, that's a good one too. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything crazy, again, with the diet, just 3 grams of sugar. Anything below is fair game, but just no fake sugar. I'm going to take selfies every day, shirtless, but YouTube's probably not going to get them. I've got a text accountability group that they will be getting them. I'm going to take pictures of my food. One problem that I really have is quantity of food. I can eat my body weight in one sitting. Comes from way back when, other conversations for other days, but I like to be a glutton, and that's a discipline problem that I have that this is going to help me work on. I'm going to take pictures of my food, keep me accountable. I'm going to add a couple addendums. I'm going to do some Bible reading every day. Last go round for 75 hard went through all of the New Testament, and then OT all the way from Genesis to, I know I had made it into Psalms, but I don't remember if I had skipped over a book or not. But I'm going to go back through and definitely hit the major prophets and the minor prophets. May go back through the New Testament again, definitely the Gospels and the Acts. Those are always books that I want to be in. And I'm going to do a weigh-in every day. I think that weigh-in will help me track how much food I'm actually taking in. But that's the purpose of this channel, is to be conditioning, to go and do, and get that free practice to make myself better. I do want to perpetuate normalcy for the people that I love, but that's going to have to start with getting me to a level of normalcy. That's going to have to start with getting me to the point where I can take care of myself so I can take care of others. And it's going to start here, and then it's going to work out and go from there. Thank you for listening to my ramblings, and I'm going to look back in years of this video and cringe at all the times I stuttered and the ands, ums, ohs. Thank you for joining me on this wild ride that is going to be the next 75 days for sure. And we'll just see where this goes. I may invest in a GoPro at some point in the future and do some videos of me going through some Tough Mudders and some classes that I really want to attend. But tune in for more. Thank you so much. Shalom, party people.